Warning, this podcast contains carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, natural and artificial flavoring, orange juice concentrate, and of course, no refills.
No, we're missing good stuff. You really... Hi.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to episode 7.0.
7.0, oh my god, we lost the last one.
Wow!
What?
Yeah.
This is the Matrix.
So yeah, this is, we have a secret episode that no one will ever hear because it doesn't exist, apparently, according to Audacity. Because Audacity
The audacity of it.
The audacity. But no,
It fell flat like my sex life.
Jason, Tyson, and I recorded an episode last week, and it was arguably one of the greatest episodes we have ever done, ever, to this point.
I will argue that, but yeah, that's cool.
Good rep.
Oh yeah, it was great.
It was fantastic, but you will never hear it, because...
I wasn't even there, and it changed my life.
Sam can see now.
He was blind before.
And I didn't even have to make any donations.
Anyways, my name is Jacob, and to my left...
Jason.
And straight in front of me...
Samuel!
Straight in front of me.
I was going to say right in front of me, straight in front of me, right across the table.
Sam.
Sam is returning with us, and Tyson is on vacation because he is a loser. And he loves his girlfriend more than this podcast,
So good for him.
So, anyways.
Or good for her, at least.
I don't know.
Not good for the podcast.
I don't know. Who cares?
He might be a bit violent when it comes to that kind of thing. It might be poor for her.
We'll never know.
Maybe she's heard every episode of this podcast and we don't know it.
We need to get her on the podcast.
You will sit down.
Tell us some secret stuff about Tyson.
So what you caught when we were when you came in, what you caught us talking about
to say is
apparently Billy Ray Cyrus has recorded a sequel to his Achy Breaky Heart.
Yes.
Jacob here is telling us that we have to hear this to understand how bad it is. That is untrue. I heard the first one and I know how bad it is. I don't think I need a repeat.
Oh, come on, man, but this is a hip-hop version.
So it gets worse.
It's
just when
worse.
you thought it couldn't get any worse.
Then
Just kidding.
Vanilla Ice's version of Ice Ice Baby
the heavy metal
hardcore
version?
the hard, it's like the new metal version of Ice Ice Baby was just as ridiculous as the original song.
Yeah, it follows the same
More
principle.
ridiculous.
It's even worse because they're trying to reinvent the same song. Was it 20 years ago that he did it?
I just wish that
Actually, speaking of Vanilla Ice, by the way, not to cut in there, I saw him on a commercial recently. It was something, but it had like Ninja Turtle shapes. It was like either a cereal or something like that. But he's in the grocery store doing the ninja rap. Ninja rap, and he's over there just kind of dancing and doing his little thing. Really weird. Yeah, it was very bizarre.
I've got to see this now. I just wish he didn't sample Under Pressure, one of my favorite songs, and turn it to that super shitty...
Well, he'll argue that point with you because there's an extra beat thrown in or taken out or whatever.
Instead of going, what was it?
He
going
used
up, it
the
goes
main
down.
riff.
That doom 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 doom.
Whatever.
Instead of going up from like the...
I still think everybody knows what song it came from.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what song.
So no matter how much he tries to fight it, how much you try to fight it, Ice, we know. And there's only one Ice, and his name is Ice-T.
Ice Cube.
Oh, shit, you're right.
Ice Cube.
Forgot about Ice Cube. There's two Ices. There are two.
And you can't have good iced tea without Ice Cube. No offense to anybody out there. I'm just
Both
playing around with
kick
names.
our asses, so let's...
Yeah. What the hell is Vanilla Ice anyway? What does that even mean?
I think it's like one of those shaved ice type things, but she's like, look, I don't like any flavors of syrup, so I want it plain. I want it vanilla.
No, you want to know what vanilla ice is? You ever put ice in a glass of milk?
Ugh.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's exactly my point. There you go. That's
no.
If you're deaf and you want to experience what vanilla ice is, put ice in your milk and drink it.
Of course, if you're deaf, you're not listening to this podcast.
But then again, you might be if you can read it.
But if
it's
we have a Braille stenographer.
Who is transcribing this show?
Our Braille stenographer.
Maybe. Well, I don't know. Maybe there's
if anybody on Twitter that would like to transcribe this show,
good luck.
Good luck. And of course, also we announced it last week, but of course no one will see it or hear it because it doesn't exist. But we're on Twitter and we have an email. We are on Twitter at I believe it was at Jive Turkeys Pod, and we're on Gmail. So drop us a line or an email. We're at Jive. Damn, I'm starting to get your thing now.
Exactly.
It's jiveturkeyspodcast at gmail.com. And
ladies, please send nude pics.
Show us your jive turkey.
I want to see that gizzard neck, baby. What's up? Show me. Shake it for me.
If you refer to your crotch as your jive turkey, we want to see.
And we will send you nothing but our best regards.
I will send you many things in the mail. They serve no practical purpose whatsoever, but you will receive many gifts. I will send you an envelope filled with washers and nuts.
Yes, that don't fit each other.
I will send you fortunes from fortune cookies I got at the Chinese restaurant.
Nuts would fit each other, but washers don't really, washers and nuts. They're not going to really fit each other anyway because they don't coincide unless you use a bolt to begin with.
So my point is still valid.
I'm going to send you a box.
You're going to get a lot of random shit in the mail. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to open up one of the dressers in my house and I'm going to dump it into a box and you're going to get it.
I'm going to cut letters out of magazines, much like a ransom note, but I'm not going to stick them to anything. So they're just going to be jumbled and you can piece it together however you want.
I'm going to send
it's like a word scramble.
Exactly. It'll make your own ransom note. That's going to be the new that's going to be the new game.
This summer, hitting the stores, Jive Turkeys.
Make your own ransom note.
Make your own ransom
note. I'll send you random letter cutouts, and you can make your own ransom note. Let me know when you're done. I'll come collect you.
It's like a pity puzzle for my parents. I'm tired of your shit, Mom. I don't care if I'm 53. I'm moving out.
Wow.
That would be fun to do. Now that I think about it. Of all the dumb shit on the market,
yeah,
I'm
why
pretty
not?
sure we could get away with a little box of just random cardboard cutout, or not cardboard cutout, but magazine cutout fucking letters.
Hell yeah.
And just label it as make your own ransom note.
Yeah, make your own ransom note. I mean, why not? That would be fantastic. Sell it specifically to white girls. Especially if they're going to Cancun or something, If you're going to Mexico, we will hook you up. Because we know they're gonna steal your ass and sell you on the black market.
I want to just give everybody a giant box of packing peanuts. That way they'll think there's something really great inside, and they'll just dig and dig and dig. But it's a refrigerator size box, so it takes a while.
No. Well, the trick with that is to whatever's in there, like actually put something in there, but make it smaller than the packing peanut,
like a paper clip,
and stick it in the packing peanut and mark it, but just ever so lightly. So there's 100,000 packing peanuts, and they've got to find the one with a weird mark on it.
It's like a needle in the haystack, but you're trying to find shit because there were not anything valuable in it.
You just kind of dump them in there and close the lid. Find it now, fucker.
I'm going to put 2 grains of rice in a
tiny hand on it, like a little hand turkey.
Permanent marker.
And if you find that,
then good for you.
You get the permission to touch my balls.
I don't know if that's a prize or is that some torture. I don't know.
They're clean, and they're soft.
And they exist.
They do. Yes, I do have testicles. Thank you. I think touching my testicles is awesome. I'm sure there's women out there that would enjoy doing it as well. And probably some men.
Probably, but I don't know if you want men touching on your junk.
Well, I have yet to go to that physical, but I'm sure at one point I'm going to make me turn my head and cough. And
wait, you've never had a physical before?
No, I've never needed to. Not like that, anyway.
I've had a physical before.
Yeah, I've had many physicals.
Yeah, but I'm
quite a big fan of physicals and prostate exams, but I'm totally straight.
Something about a man gingerly cupping your testicles and telling you to turn the other way just kind of gets me off.
I've never had to. I guess.
No, well, see, I was in sports and stuff.
Oh, well, see, that's the difference.
So I always had to have like physicals. And
Football.
I was asthmatic, so I was not allowed to play sports. Oh, I had to sit on the sidelines and wheeze. That was what I got to do, was wheeze.
I start wheezing when I watch them run across the field.
I would wheeze when I got excited. I was like, "Yay, they're winning!"
Pass me my inhaler.
And then I would hit my inhaler.
That was sad.
Yeah, yeah. My life was sad. It was all about I wanted to go run and play with everybody else, and I only got to do it about a quarter of the time because then it'd be like.
He only got halfway out of the yard before they had to drag him back.
No, I could play, but when I was a kid, I was allergic to everything. I was allergic to grass. I was allergic to my own hair. I had to wet my hair. I had to wet my hair before I could cut it, or I'd break out all over my neck.
Whoa.
And allergic to grass. I'm allergic to pollen. I'm allergic to dog and cat dander and bird fluff, whatever. Down
feathers.
Well, down or whatever. Whatever. So I was a sickly little shit. So I could run outside and I'd go to play and I'd be like, yay! And then the next thing you know, I'm all like,
he's passed out on the ground in the fetal position, sweating.
I look like Quasimodo, just like, Jason's got a hump. I'm like, no, he's stuck.
I am not an animal.
And then of course, by the time I turned 9, I'm like, all of a sudden my eyes start going out. I'm like, I gotta get glasses now. I was like, what the this sucks. This is not cool. So I was not made for sports. I got those plastic shatterproof lenses. I was playing basketball in PE one day, and the kid elbowed me and shattered my shatterproof lenses.
How the what?
Yeah, chunks of plastic in my eye. How wonderful is that? I should have sued.
You should have.
That kid had the sharpest elbows I think I've ever seen. Wow!
He had sharper elbows than Edward Scissorhands.
I mean, you.
That's funny. Who don't care who you is.
Well, I mean, you hit a target about the size of a silver dollar, for the most part, and shatter it. I mean, that's
pretty fucked up.
That's ridiculous.
Did he just have super bony elbows, just like little?
I guess so. I think so.
I think what he did was he took the tip off of like pens, and then he like a writing.
It was a devised plan.
And then he glued them to his elbows.
Actually, I think he cut open the skin and slowly sharpened the bone at his elbow.
Ow! Fuck.
Yeah, he had some sandpaper.
He was in shop class,
He just gorilla glued some tacks on his elbow. Stabbing kids in the gut and shit.
Preparing himself for study hall.
So Sam, I got a question for you. We discussed this last week, but like I said, no one will ever know. How do you feel about your husband? Well, it's funny that you made the dog noise. How do you feel about your dog being able to talk to you in English?
I don't know. I really don't know how to... I think I don't feel any specific way about it. I prefer them not talking to me because it would make me question my sanity.
Well,
yeah.
Well, prepare to go crazy because there is a new device that's going to be hitting the market soon.
Oh no.
That will be able to translate dogs' barks or their feelings and thoughts into short sentences.
I would prefer do the opposite.
What?
That way, if I tell my dog to quit chewing my fucking shoes up, he'll know that I mean quit chewing my fucking shoes up. I don't want to hear his response going, I've got to chew shoes, I'm going to chew shoes, I'm going to chew shoes, I got to pee. Food? Pet me. Touch. Come on. I mean, really. I just, I would rather them, you can go, stop. And they know that means stop. And they actually stop. Without having to yell at them. What the fuck? Stop! What? Hi. You're home. Hi. Touch me. I don't want to touch you. You just fucked my shit up. My work hat, my uniform hat, shredded. My dog shredded my uniform hat. Like, you motherfuckers. Hi. Hi.
That sucks.
Yeah. I had no idea that was yours. It smelled good. Fuckers.
It smelled good while we were eating it. But yeah, it's some kind of like...
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
They're going to have some kind of like transmitter inside the dog's like head. But they don't know how they're going to get it that point now.
Well, they already put tracking chips in dogs. I can't imagine why it would be so hard to just put it in with a needle.
Well,
people should just be able to infer, you know? Yeah. Like, you can kind of tell what mood your animal is in.
Well, was that a joke? Was that a pun?
No.
Because you said infer.
No. Oh, okay, I didn't.
Sorry, I stretched that one
out. But no, like, they don't know how they're going to do it yet, so that part's still under testing. But yeah, it'll be able to translate their brain chemistry or whatever into short sentences. Like one of the some of the examples they have were like, I'm hungry, but I don't like this. I'm curious who that is. Like different stuff like that.
Yeah, well, see, here's my thing. If my dog goes, I'm hungry, but I don't like this, my response is, well, that's what you're getting. Because I work for a living, and all you do for a living is lick your balls. Anything can taste better than that. So eat and shut up.
Wow.
My money pays for this.
Have you ever tried your dog's balls, though?
Okay, if I work, I make the money to feed my pet. Be happy I'm feeding you.
But dogs don't understand our rules. They don't live by our...
Well, then they don't understand my rules, and I shouldn't have to understand their wants and needs.
I think this is just a flawed product. This doesn't need to exist. This is going to entertain stupid people.
And then you get them
short.
Well, no, think about that. I mean, okay, big dogs fine, but what about the little ones? What about the Chihuahuas and the little yappy dogs that won't shut the fuck up?
What if they have accents according to their breeds?
I don't even want that. I don't
like a Chihuahua has like a Latino accent.
See, now that would.
Hey, oh man, I don't like this very much, huh?
That whole situation would be fucked up because when Spanish people start getting pissed off. I have no idea what they're saying. It comes out so fast. It's like, what the fuck? I can't imagine a little Chihuahua doing the same thing. It already barks enough. Like, Jesus Christ.
And those little yappy dogs could be like Valley Girl accents.
If it gets to the point where we can understand what they're saying, I want them to understand what I'm saying. And then I'm going to put them to work. They'll know what I mean. Here, go clean the dishes.
What? That's a completely different matter.
I want them to understand what I'm saying. Here, go chew up the lawn or something.
I'm going to need you to run to the store real quick. I'm going to need some eggs and milk.
Well, no, not just that, but I mean, just...
I went to the store, but I saw a squirrel and...
okay, for instance...
I didn't go to the store.
From now on, you were only allowed to poo there. Just poo right there. Nowhere else, just right there.
It's funny you should mention that, though, because after this product is out, they're working on a reverse one where we will be able to have a device that translates our voice and our want, like what we want.
Well, that's what I was talking about before.
I know. I was said I'd bring it up later. That's what I'm doing now.
Oh, okay.
Or they will understand because it'll translate our into barks.
That's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so fucking weird.
Yeah, because then you're gonna have those people that have those, they have to have their pets, their, what is it, for their emotional trauma, they've got to go emotional pets, and they'll be walking around the store, and you'll have the dog going, oh, I like red, and you're like, fuck you, I don't like red, and then she starts to go into a panic, and she's hyperventilating because the dog doesn't like the red she's wearing, and it wants to hump the lady behind the counter, and she's, this dog is killing me, I don't understand, it's not very comforting.
The dog's like, nice tits.
The dog's like, you watch too much Maury. Shut up.
My dog's a pervert.
My dog said I should go out and get laid because I'm such a piece of shit.
My dog's sitting there watching Jerry Springer. He's like, there's no way that could be the father.
I mean, and then you got, of course, you got the seeing eye dogs that would just go, stop, fucker, there's cars.
Hey! Hey! Shut up!
Huh? Cars, you say? Stop! Stop walking! Open the elevator shaft.
I can't wait until...
Do they still have those? Do they still have open elevator shafts that are just empty? Have they gotten past that? Because
that seems like something that would be terrible to have.
Because I remember back, like in a bunch of movies back in the day, there was always that open elevator shaft that somebody would fall down or something because they left it open. It was, I'm blind, I can't see. Oop, there I go.
Oh no! I said stop, Mr. Magoo. God damn
it! So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, if anybody that's listening is interested, they have 3 different packages, 3 different versions that range from price and functionality, or your functionality depends on how much you want to put into it. They have the first one's a $65 speaker, which is kind of like a micro thing, which I guess it would probably be like less phrases or I guess the minimum amount.
It's in shorthand. Everything comes out in shorthand.
It just says bark, sleep.
You have to have a stenographer. You have to have a stenographer, translate for you. Oh yeah, your dog said.
It's just like circling shit on there as it comes out.
Instead of it speaking, I would rather it just print out. Like there'd just be a little like ticker tape thing just going me.
Or even better, have an actual ticker tape, like a little thing, like it's just like an LCD screen.
There you
and
go.
Just run shits across it.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That way it'd still be quiet. You wouldn't have to hear, because, as soon as that comes in, then you're going to have the celebrity voiceovers, and people are going to want, instead
Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman dog.
Instead of Siri, it'll be
very nice if you would give me some food.
Yeah, exactly,
The water bowl is running low on water.
It's like,
Jeremy Irons' dog.
Christopher Walken, I mean, how creepy would that be?
Hey, I know you like having sex, but can you let me out?
I've got a pool.
I got food real bad.
Hungry. Food.
Hey, how about you fill my kibble? I'll fucking slice your throat.
Whoa, you're talking to me all wrong.
You coming at my man the spider.
And that's all that's going to come of that. That's going to be a horrible mess.
I think it'll be more of a novelty thing. It's like,
no, don't get me wrong. It'll be hilarious.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be a mess. That'll make it funny, though.
More than likely.
I mean,
Yeah. We can
if you're
Al
that
Pacino dog.
if you're that interested,
Hey, you're making me food now.
if you're that interested, make it a phone app that just records the barks and translates it for you.
But not really translating. It would just be just more like a joke.
Well, I mean,
You would spend a lot less on research and fucking all that shit, and just put it as like a $2.99.
Oh,
like
for
$2.99
whatever. It's a dog. It only
boom.
has like however many sounds it can make.
It's only got 5 good years, and then the rest are just it growing up or dying.
I mean, honestly, I don't think there's much to a dog's vocabulary except hey, 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 hey,
Oh, you
hey,
yelled at me.
That sucks. Why? Hey, hey, hey.
But yeah, there's the $65 version. There's a $300 version, which is the standard, and the $1,200 one for the superior customizable mini speaker, complete with engraved dog tag.
Wait. It goes from 65 to 300.
Yeah, it's
65. That makes me wonder what the hell $65 is going to get you.
3 phrases, like I said.
I wonder, if
3
once...
Frasers? Joe Frazier, Frazier from TV.
Nurse!
No, what?
I don't know, man.
Whatever. That's
I don't
silly,
want my
man.
dog to have a higher vocabulary. My dog's be able to
He already
pronounce.
does. Higher vocabulary.
That poor bastard. So, Jason mentioned earlier that he went and watched, was it I, Frankenstein?
Yeah, I watched I, Frankenstein.
So it's time for a Jive Turkey synopsis.
Yay.
Movie synopsis. Yay! I give that movie, and a score from 0 to 10, a 2.3.
Okay. Why such a low rating?
Because it sucked.
Okay.
I want to take the actual film stock. There's not actual film stock. It's probably done digitally. But if there was actual film, I would like to take it and wipe my ass with it.
Oh, damn.
I would like. Yeah, it was. I like. Don't get me wrong. I like Aaron Eckhart. I do. But this was this is a Russian film. It's there's a group in Russia that's, I guess, making movies
It's
now.
a Russian film. There's a film. It's
well, I'm clarifying. It's
somewhere
not
in Russia.
I'm clarifying that it's not spoken in Russian. There's not, it's not. There's no subtitles or anything like that. What it is there's a film company, I think, in Russia that's, coming into its own and making movies now. One of them happened to be I, Frankenstein, and they got Aaron Eckhart to play Frankenstein. The problem I had with it was the first 10 to 15 minutes of it was all narration. It was all him explaining what had happened to get him to the point that he's at now where they wanted to start the film. Instead of doing it, like starting out and then explaining to someone, like somebody asking him what he did and then having to explain what happened up to that point, they just, I'll narrate this and blah, 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 blah.
Did he do a weird voice like that?
Well, he's Frankenstein's monster. So, yeah, and this is a spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it and wants to see it. Don't listen to this, because I'm getting ready to tell you the entire film and why it sucks. Don't flash at me, blue light, I see you. Anyway.
Dude, coming at my boy Spidey all along, right?
So apparently there's these demons, right? They're on Earth.
Shit! You just ruined the movie for me. I'm kidding.
There's demons on Earth. They're in human form. For 200 years. Oh, wait. Okay. They attack him. He kills a demon, which gets the attention of this gargoyle. Now, gargoyles are apparently a lower form of angel, still on Earth, here to protect us. So the angels take in Frankenstein. They give him a name, call him Adam, and they say, hey, look, we've got hallowed weapons that you can use against the demons. So Frankenstein then uses these hallowed weapons against the demons. For 200 years, he's fighting demons.
What the fuck?
For 200 years, he's fighting demons in human form. Only to find out they've been trying to get him to learn how to reanimate bodies so they can put demons in human form.
They think that he knows that technology.
But
he's
they're
a victim
already
of that technology.
But they're already in human form. I don't understand why they want to put more in human. You're not supposed to have a soul for the demons to take you over. So they're trying to reanimate corpses because the corpses won't have a soul. However, they're already in human form. What's the problem? So anyway, it just kind of spirals downhill from there. Special effects, they could have done a lot better. There was a lot of special effects. The best special effects actually were with the gargoyles. The demons
it all look kind of like cartoony, like animated.
Well, all the demons looked identical.
They're in the other room.
All the demons looked identical. They all had the same makeup.
Okay.
The same head, same makeup, whole nine yards.
They all looked very similar.
No, they looked the same. It was like the same headpiece for every person. They just used the same makeup. But the gargoyles were CGI, and that's I think where they spent most of their money. And then the fiery demons, the energy is what. Anyway, I was very disappointed, especially in a movie that was like 2 hours long. I mean, it was just. It was like, are you kidding me? This is really, really dumb.
So they just kept hammering you with the CGI.
They just kept hammering you with just stupid plot points and just miscues and what?
Miscues?
There's points where things should have happened that they didn't happen. They put them here and put them there and did this and it just didn't match up. It just wasn't. It was a clunky ride.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It was like. It's like when you get used to those roller coasters, they're all new and they're smooth, and then you go back to one of those old wooden ones. It's like, that's how this ride was. It was just not fun, and it made your fat jiggle. I mean, that's what happens.
Oh.
So avoid it at all costs.
Avoid the fat jiggling ride.
I apologize to Aaron Eckhart. I'm a fan, but you kind of screwed the pooch.
What was the character design of Frankenstein like? Did he look dorky? Did he look alright?
Well, he looked like Aaron Eckhart with scars.
See, I don't
just
know
a lot of patchwork.
I wasn't even aware of this film or the actor until now, so this is all very new to me.
You don't know who Aaron Eckhart is?
No.
He played Two-Face in...
the newer Batman?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's the only movie I've seen him in.
Well, he was also in The Core.
No, I haven't seen
He was in... What was that movie with... Julia Roberts, where it was based on a real, true story of
Pretty Woman.
I don't like.
Doesn't matter if you like her.
Was it Blindside?
No.
Aaron Eckhart played the big black guy then.
No, it was older than that. It was.
You want to go to college?
She got a job as a lawyer's assistant or something, and started his class action lawsuit. It was based on.
Aaron Brockovich.
Yeah, Aaron. He was in that. He was the neighbor in that. The love interest.
Holy shit! You're right.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that till now.
See, what's up? Yeah.
Shut up.
That's how I roll.
Anyways, so all in all, movie's probably not that.
All in all, if you can see it for free and you have nothing else to do, and I mean nothing,
it's still a waste of your time.
Means yes.
If you plan on spending an hour and a half on the toilet, you can watch it there. At least that way you're doing something productive.
But you can't jack off.
And you're getting...
Don't.
No, there's not any. There's no room for that.
Yeah, there's no room for that.
There's nothing. There's nothing.
You can watch it in the bathroom. That's the only house.
I forgot the other person that's in that. I mean, there's, and I forgot his name, and I apologize to the actor, but he played Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean. He was also the head vampire in Underworld. The first one that got cut up by his daughter. And I can't think of his name, but he's in it. And then the girl from Chuck. Yeah, that show Chuck. There was a blonde girl that was the special agent. She's in it as a scientist. So, way too hot to be a scientist. Scientists are not hot. Sorry.
Oh.
Because they care about science, not looks.
No, but see, you could tell she was a scientist because she had a ponytail and glasses.
That means I'm smart.
So where did you get that clipboard from? I'm holding a clipboard and a pen and looking like I'm semi-interested in what you're saying.
My clipboard has My Little Ponies on it. Yay!
Speaking of movies...
and if you are a hot scientist, I apologize, but in my experience, they're just not hot. And that's fine, because you're
needed.
You're needed. You're awesome.
Matter what
you're awesome
like.
Regardless. And I'll still... I have no problem throwing you one. You probably don't want it, but I'll throw you one anyway.
Love the skin you're in, scientists. Love it.
Even if it's greasy and covered in zits.
Even if it's not yours. Love it.
Dr. Lecter.
Would you fuck me? I would fuck me.
Oh, God. So, comic book news. Black Widow is getting her own movie.
Really?
What?
Who's gonna play her?
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, she's been Black Widow.
I didn't know that.
Have you watched The Avengers yet?
No.
Have you watched...
The hell, dude? Really? It's on Netflix. Watch
Have
it.
you watched Iron Man 2?
No. I've seen Iron Man 1.
Yeah, her and Hawkeye pop up in 2, right? Or was it 3?
She's the one that popped up in Iron Man 2.
Hawkeye popped up in 3.
Hawkeye popped up in Thor.
Yeah, not 3. It was the first Thor movie. But, yeah.
This should be cool, then.
They said, I'm not
I
sure.
have a lot to catch up on, then.
The guy said they don't know when it's going to be, but they'll see what happens.
Well, what's this? Does anybody know about the Ant-Man thing? When that's supposed to be coming out? I know it's been in production for a while.
I don't know.
Nobody, well, if there's no news about it, then I guess. Well, what the Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man? That's what everybody's focusing on right now.
I don't know about that though.
A buddy of mine said he saw a trailer for it and said it looked like it was going to be awesome.
I saw the trailer for it too, and I don't think it's going to be awesome.
Oh, Tyson said that.
Yeah, the episode that nobody will ever listen to.
Yeah, Tyson said that. I told him then that Marvel has a tendency to change the storylines to make it, a film, and because of that, I immediately dislike it before I've watched it. Now that's with Marvel, that's with comic book movies in general. Not all movies, but just comic book movies, because it's not going to match the storyline that I'm used to.
To be fair, Marvel isn't making the Spider-Man movies, it's Sony.
Okay. Movies based on Marvel characters, movies based on comic book characters in general, they change the storyline. Regardless of whether it's Fox or Sony or whoever owns the rights to that said character at that time to make the film, always change the storyline to fit whatever they get, whatever they're doing. Yeah. My point being is, because they change it doesn't fit the storyline that I'm used to, or the continuity that I'm used to, I immediately don't like it before I've seen it.
Yeah.
Now, going into it already hating it, I have a better chance of enjoying it.
True. Because
it might surprise me. The Amazing Spider-Man, the first one, did not. I knew I was going to hate it, and I did.
The thing that I didn't enjoy about it was was the lizard. He just looked... I I don't know.
My Spider-Man does not ride a skateboard. He was not a skater punk. I'm sorry. Yeah, the lizards suck, but my Spider-Man does not ride a skateboard.
See, now I'm kind of glad I haven't watched this because everybody was like, "Oh, it's so great," and I was like, "Well, I need to watch it." And
Andrew Garfield fits the suit well. He's leaner than Tobey Maguire. He has the build for it.
That doesn't really make a great film.
I'm not saying it does. I'm just saying, like, character-wise, and he did well with the sarcasm and stuff like Spider-Man does. But I didn't think the skateboarding was good. It's not a
Spider-Man type of thing.
Well, they wrote the Spider-Man character to be more like the Spider-Man of the comic, as far as how he talks and stuff like that, which Garfield did a great job of portraying that. However, he did not look out of the costume. He did not look the part.
Right.
He looked more like Cloud Strife from fucking Final Fantasy than he actually did a real human boy. So
his hair was all
just cut the hair down a little bit. Don't be such a twat, and just do it right, guys. Come on, this isn't hard. Don't try and update a character that's 60 fucking years old.
Exactly.
And I like. Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx as an actor, he does well. He Django Unchained. He fucking blew out of the water.
Who did he play in this?
Django.
No, in Spider-Man.
Oh no, he's Electro.
He's Electro.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it doesn't look good at all.
Oh, it doesn't.
No.
It's kind of hard to put Jamie Foxx Whenever I think of Electro, I think of the classic costume with the thunderbolts, the yellow and green, and I'm picturing Jamie Foxx in that outfit.
But no, what he's wearing, it's like a leathery kind of suit, almost kind of like what the X-Men wore in X-Men 3: The Last Stand.
Yeah,
almost like that. But he's got a hood over him some of the time, and his skin glows blue. It's really awkward looking. It's weird.
Well, they tried to fit that in. I think in the comic book I read, they made Electro they were trying to make him more like Powder. Did you ever see Powder? Anybody see that movie? It was back in the 90s. There was a movie called Powder about a kid that could control electricity a little bit because his mother was struck by lightning. So anyway, he didn't have any hair because he was electrolysis. So I think they tried to incorporate that when they updated Electro. So he didn't have any hair, no eyebrows, But he had electrical scars and stuff scars that look like electricity, and they did that. And the last time I saw him in a comic book, I haven't been reading Spider-Man because I've got other things to read. But I don't know. I don't see Jamie Foxx being the cream of the crop pick for that one.
Legend says that Jamie Foxx's hairline never did recover from that rule.
Well,
there are pictures to prove it.
I remember Jamie Foxx back when he was just a comedic actor. I remember when he was in the lowest
in Living Color, when he was dressing up as the woman.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name, but yeah.
Wasn't it
funny stuff.
I can't remember her name either.
Shonda?
Something
like Shanae.
Shanae, there we go.
Shanae.
But anyway.
Yeah,
or was Shanae the one that was on Martin? Was that
Martin Lawrence?
I think Martin Lawrence.
Martin
Lawrence. Yeah, Martin Lawrence did Shanae on his show. That was the Martin show. The Great White Hype, or oh god, what was that movie? Was it not Bounce? It was something like that though. Sprung. He was in. No, that wasn't Sprung. He went in that one. It doesn't matter.
We don't have our shit together in this episode.
It was just a bunch of. It was. I apologize. I knew it's wrong. I knew as soon as I said it was wrong. But he was in a lot of movies. The movie I'm thinking of that he was in also had Tommy Davidson, and it had Vivica A. Fox, who is, in my opinion, fine. But it was about them trying to get laid. They were trying to get booty, and it was just whatever. But it was them being goofy, and that's fine. But every time I think of Jamie Foxx, that's what I think of.
Not the
like when I think of Will Smith, a lot of times it's hard to get past the the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air days, even though that's so far in the past. I still, because it's
ingrained.
It's being repeated constantly. You can't watch. It's on 3 stations. They're playing that shit all the time. Still. And they do marathons before Will Smith movie. Remember Will Smith? He's awesome. Watch this. Now go see his movie. Okay. That's not the Will Smith I remember. But don't get me wrong, I like Will Smith too. So, and I like Jamie Foxx.
I like Jamie Foxx too. I don't think the role suits him, and I don't think whoever's making the costume.
But then again,
didn't.
But like I said, they might surprise me. I might watch it and go.
But until then, I'm going to bash it.
Yeah, I might go. Holy shit! I was fucking wrong there.
And much like I said about the new Batman vs Superman movie, Man of Steel 2.
Now, is it actually going to be Batman versus Superman or Superman
they're
versus
calling
Batman?
it Batman vs Superman, but it's Man of Steel 2.
And see, the person they picked to play Wonder Woman, I'm already against that. I like that actress.
We've already talked about that, right? Gal Gadot.
Did we talk about that on the show?
I think so, yeah.
I didn't know if we taled about that on the last one that got deleted or not.
Mm-hmm.
But
there was a few.
Oh, okay.
A while back.
Yeah.
But still, I still don't agree with that casting call. But that's fine. That's fine.
But
I wasn't
Zack
a fan
Snyder's,
of.
he makes his decisions, and
I wasn't a fan of some of the people they
about
picked
it.
to play in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, but they might prove me wrong too.
Sure. We'll see.
Okay. I'm looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm really psyched to see that.
I'm just ready to see fucking Rocky Raccoon.
Well, the reason why is because I've always kind of liked Guardians of the Galaxy. I've always liked the space adventure comics, Nova and Guardians of the Galaxy, Green Lantern, stuff like that. I've always enjoyed those because there's so much you can do in outer space. You're not bound by the laws of physics on Earth.
It's something non-relative. No one knows what's out there, so you can make up anything you want.
Exactly. It's fun, and that's what I enjoy. I enjoy seeing what kind of things they can come up with. But I've always enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy, even in its original form. But
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Also, there's rumors that in the Avengers 2, they're gonna have another villain other than Ultron. Maybe, but it's by the Latino Review, which they're known for being usually correct about
Another villain
stuff. Yeah.
Well, I heard Vision's going to be in it.
Vision, really?
Yeah.
I didn't read about that.
Yeah. Well, Vision is I don't know if he's going to pop up like a cameo or whatever, but Vision was built by Ultron. So it might make sense that he'll show up at one point.
Okay.
I wonder if they're going to give him that green and red costume as opposed to the white one, because for a while he had a completely white costume, or his face was white. Everything looked whatever.
Yeah.
Whatevs.
It's looking like it could be Baron Wolfgang von Strucker.
Oh.
And I think that's going to be their way of introducing Hydra
that'd be cool.
The
I wonder if he's going to have the dragon claw or the red claw or whatever. He had a red claw that would kill you or something.
He would kill you.
He will kill you with it.
But
he's more of a
Satan's claw.
Satan's claw. That's
special bionic arm he had. To maintain strength and youth throughout the ages. I will come to your house. I will scratch you.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Nick Fury ends up at one point killing him and taking that.
There's two
I'm
people
tired of these motherfucking claws.
There's two nothing like a Sam Jackson joke to make you forget what you were saying. They got two different guys that they're looking at allegedly for playing trucker character. It's Dougray Scott from Mission Impossible 2, or Martin Sokas from Sin City. A Dame to Kill For. Those are the two guys.
Cool. Oh, okay.
Maybe might be interesting.
Yeah,
if they bring him in or not. And also Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. You know about them being added to the movie. Cool.
Do we know who's going to play them?
It looks like Aaron Taylor Johnson from Kick-Ass.
Oh, the main guy?
I'm pretty sure that's his name, right? Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah, Aaron Johnson.
He's going to be playing Quicksilver, and Scarlet Witch is going to be played by Elizabeth Olsen, which I think she's the youngest Olsen. She's not the Olsen twins, but she was just in a movie that came out, and it didn't do well as a horror movie.
There's a third Olsen?
She's not a twin, but there's
another. No, I mean, I didn't know there was another sibling.
Their younger sister.
What?
Yeah, and she's not coked out yet, so they might be able to get some stuff from her.
Wow. Okay. Now I like Aaron Johnson. When they showed him in Savages, I was completely thrown off that was him. I didn't know that was him.
And where?
In that movie Savages.
Oh yeah, that was.
Because I thought, I don't know if any of you remember did you ever watch Elektra?
Yeah, no, I hated that movie.
You haven't seen anything.
I haven't seen any of these.
In Elektra, there's
movies.
a tattooed guy that gets sends his tattoos out. They call him Tattoo.
Yeah, he's in the comics.
Right, but they call him Tattoo. But the guy in that movie looked like Aaron Johnson did in.
I can't remember. Did they make him black or not in the movie? Because he was black in the comics.
No, he's a white dude.
He was a black dude.
He was a white dude. Yeah, he looked like Aaron Johnson. Is what I'm saying.
The fuck? Why did they make him white? They should have made him black.
Why did they make Nick Fury black?
Because Sam Johnson demanded it.
Sam Jackson.
What did I say?
Johnson.
I'm talking about Aaron Johnson. Yeah, Sam Jackson demanded it.
Sam Jackson's like, I'll play Nick Fury as long as he's a black man. I don't know if I can play him as a white man. I could try.
I might fail.
I don't know if that'd work out, but I'll give it a shot.
Now tell that bitch to calm down.
Say, bitch, calm down.
Calm down.
All right. Oh, looks Ant-Man's gonna be is announced for July 31st of 2015.
Okay.
So next year, and Guardians of the Galaxy is coming out the 1st of August this year.
Sweet. I've just got to live till August.
Yay!
No, we gotta live till Avengers 2 next year.
I don't care about that. I just want to see Guardians of the Galaxy.
And continuing movie news, Schwarzenegger's talking about a new Terminator movie.
Really?
Yep. How do you feel about that? Terminator Genesis.
Genesis, really?
Yeah.
He's going to wait till he's this old and flabby to do Genesis?
Yep.
Come on, man.
It's a heavily rumored reboot.
If they do it, they're going to CGI his face. I mean, they're going to put it on somebody. Model. They're going to put somebody on a younger.
I'm the T-50.
Maybe they'll have him as like the old man that they modeled the T1 or the T800 over.
That could work.
You remember in the last Terminator movie where they actually CGI'd the old Arnold's face onto the... Yeah.
the big CGI one in Salvation where he comes out and just...
I think that was a real body and they just CGI'd the face on it.
Yeah.
That was a big motherfucker there.
Yeah. There are big fuckers out there. Like, bigger than Arnold. I mean,
big fuckers exist.
Most of them wrestle.
They just took Brock Lesnar and put fucking Arnold's face on him.
Yeah, all of a sudden the door opens and here comes a Terminator with that big knife tattoo on his fucking chest. Everybody's like, that's Brock Lesnar's body.
Lesnar the Terminator.
Who didn't CGI that out of there? I mean,
yeah.
But yeah, anytime you can look at muscle mags in the there's dudes in there that are huge compared to what Arnold was. I mean, still, that Arnold was the reason why he was Mr. Universe is because he was super big, but he was proportionally big everywhere. I mean, it wasn't like super grotesque with all the fucking veins popping and shit. It was like, I'm on steroids and I don't know how to calm down. I wake up intense.
Nightmares are afraid of me. Oh, they have good dreams.
My nightmares are terrified.
I broke a headboard one time in my sleep with my head.
My vein broke it.
Why am I so alone?
I slept in a bunk bed and killed the person on top.
But yeah, when they asked Arnold about it, they said they're going to start filming it in the middle of or the end of April, and it will be a 4 or 4.5 month long shoot. They're going to be filming in New Orleans and some in San Francisco. So
don't get me wrong. To the people of New Orleans, good for you. I'm glad there's people out there. I'm glad Hollywood's coming out there and helping you rebuild your city by bringing money in, by making movies there. It's happened a lot. However, your city is in a bowl. I mean, you were under sea level.
Bathtub.
Arnold is not going to drown again.
I'm sorry, it's going to happen. I mean, I'm trying to be.
He will single-handedly go in there and pull the plug and drain the whole city.
If they're going to do it, maybe he needs to dig underneath.
Be the Terminator movie.
Maybe he should dig underneath, and it should be salvation, and it should be
Terminator saves New Orleans.
Yeah. And he uses I don't know, like hydraulic jack arms to jack the city up from underneath. And he just holds it for the rest of eternity. Just screaming.
See, but when the water rusts him and he corrodes...
Well, no, that's because it keeps it up, so the water just rolls off. Because he's... You
don't think that the water is going to rust his skeleton?
No, they say we're going to build gutters around the whole thing so it drains off.
Because he's an endoskeleton with human skin. He's got human skin around him. That's fine. That's made of water. He's all right. That's good. He's got that Rust-Oleum on that shit. He's good to go. He ain't getting rusty. He ain't rusting. But just, you just go to New Orleans and you just start going up a hill to get into town and you just hear this faint...
Now we're in this New Orleans. Ignore the screams.
People already say that place is haunted.
But yeah, Arnold, he seems optimistic about it. He said the script is fantastic and he's really looking forward to the film.
Oh man,
the script is fantastic.
And America replied, "We're not." So.
Okay. Let's look back at Arnold movies and think to ourselves, what is a fantastic script to Arnold?
Stick around, Bennett.
I mean, Raw Deal. Raw Deal was horrible.
Arnold really just has
Commando. Horrible.
This is a deal with Arnold. He doesn't really play a character. He has one character, and that is Arnold. But you can fit that personality into so many holes, but it's always the same type of personality. That's why whenever he tries to be funny in a movie like Kindergarten Cop, he fails miserably.
All the way.
Actually, Kindergarten Cop I found humorous. I found it entertaining because he played Arnold. You know, he was a cop. He was, I love my car. Do not mess with me. But then there's all these kids. He's like, it's all creepy. They
were all squiggly.
It's like, are these all your lunches? Why are you eating them? Stop it. It's like, shit. Which is what I would do. Little kids creep me out sometimes. They do. Too many of them. You just go, God, stop. You. Wipe that other kid's nose. That's gross.
Why is it green?
It's always green. And it's just streams. It's always run over the lip. And you're like, how has it reached your chin?
How are you not tasting that? And
then the tongue comes out like a frog. You're like, oh, You all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
You've all seen that kid on the bus.
When you wanted to punch him square in the nose.
He just
But you were afraid you would get something on your hand.
It was like, can you wipe your nose? What the? Whatever.
Kids like that probably can't even wipe their own ass. I watched The Last Action Hero not too long ago, and I seriously forgot how great that movie was.
That movie was fun.
And a lot of people hated that movie.
I loved how many guest appearances
they didn't understand how much of a parody it was.
I enjoyed the hell out of it. I thought it was. I mean, some of the shit was kind of played out, but yeah, it was awesome. I mean, just the concept.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. You get to hear Arnold say, "Rubber baby buggy bumpers." Speaking of rubber baby buggy bumpers. That's going to take me to Austrian Death Machine, which will take me to the lead singer of As I Lie Dying. Did you hear about him?
Oh, he went to prison.
He went to prison, yes. Yeah. He pleaded guilty to trying to have his wife killed. He was going to pay $1,000. She was taking 60% of his income or his net worth or whatever.
And now she's getting all of it.
Mm-hmm.
What a bitch.
Which one? I mean, come on. You sing Christian metal. Christian death metal. You've seen Christian... Kill yourself, man. Come on. Please.
I don't know if that really exists.
Neither do I. I don't think that exists.
No.
Hire the guys from Death Clock to do it. I'm sure they will.
Or at least Slayer. I mean, Carrie King will kill your wife for you and not tell anybody.
I'm pretty positive you know people in Norway, and those Norwegian black metal guys, they will sacrifice a motherfucker. They don't care.
Burn churches too.
Yeah, they're not.
They don't give a shit.
Yeah, so you gotta call them. It's hard to talk to them, but yeah, they'll do it.
I told wife I wanted steak medium rare. She cooked rare. Not too bloody, even for me. Had to kill her.
But yeah, so no more As I Lie Dying, no more Austrian Death Machine.
That sucks.
I'm more.
I liked As I Lay Dying. I enjoyed the group. I apologize.
I didn't really listen to them that much.
As I Lay Dying.
I listened to Austrian Death Machine. I thought that was a pretty entertaining album.
Austrian Death Machine was cool, but you know, you can only listen to so much of it.
Yeah,
it's cool on one level.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. You know, for the most part. I just, you know, it's just that's sad. It's sad when somebody reaches that point.
Yeah.
Somebody's pushed them to the point that I'm gonna kill you, or I'm gonna have somebody kill you. That sucks.
Yeah,
it does.
I mean, you've got to be a major bitch to push somebody that far. My ex was pretty close. I mean, when you fantasize about pushing, not slamming, not ramming, but just slowly pushing somebody's face into a wall, just gradually applying pressure until it just breaks through. Those thoughts came into my head because she was that much of a bitch.
Wow.
So count the fibers in the paint.
so you know, I can understand that. I never actually acted on it, you know, but it was one of those. You know, there are women out there that will push your buttons and do it just to spite you. So, and I'm not saying that's all women. Guys will do it to women too. It's there are bitches out there, and they're all bitches.
There are a lot of assholes and bitches.
Well, I'm saying bitches as in men and women. They're all they're just bitches. Men that do that same thing are bitches too. They're all bitches. It's a bitchy thing to do, and they're bitches for doing it.
How many times can we say bitch in this episode?
Bitch, 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 bitch. That's the bitchy show.
So, I have here a list of 8 things that will make you change the concept of time.
Daylight savings time.
Speaking of daylight savings time.
And lots of drugs.
Does that switch? You gotta switch that
tonight? Yeah.
I'm glad we remembered.
Yep. So yeah, do it.
Switch your clock.
Yeah, change your time tonight. Because by the time you hear this, daylight saving time is all past. Okay,
good. We'll be speaking to you from an hour later in the future.
Yes.
Okay. So
time travel.
Number 1, Betty White is older than sliced bread.
No.
Yes.
This is a fact.
This is a fact.
That's awesome because there's new pics of her.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
No,
is she eating sliced bread?
Younger pictures of. She's not like older.
Guess which one came first?
No, that's the worst roast beef sandwich ever.
Oh.
Or the best. If you're into that kind of thing.
I like my beef seasoned.
I just need more horsey sauce. Let's see, Betty White is
Well, I'll be damned.
Yep.
Betty White had some pretty nice titties when she was really young.
I've seen it.
See, I fucked up now. Betty White's actually gonna come hit me up now. Hello there, Samuel. Oh, jeez. Would you like me to make a cake? No.
No offense, Sam, but I'm sure she could do better.
Okay, I'm happy with that. I mean, I'm sure with that kind of money, she could do a hell of a lot better.
Like Gene Hackman.
No, I would be happy with Gene Hackman. I mean, let's be honest. I'm not gay, but that's Gene Hackman. I mean, come on.
Lex Luthor just gets me so hard. That bald, shiny head.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, sliced bread was introduced in 1928 by the inventor Otto Frederick Rohwedder.
Wow, what a name.
I know, right? But before that, bakeries sold bread by the loaf because they didn't trust sliced bread. You sold it sliced. They said it would have something to do with the shelf life. They didn't trust it.
It'll mold faster.
Yeah, so that happened in 1928. Betty White was born in 1922.
So yeah,
so she didn't grow up with bologna sandwiches.
She may have. She just had to cut her own bread to do it.
Yeah.
Or actually, her mom had to cut her own bread because at that point she was only 6.
Yep. And she shouldn't be playing with knives.
I played with knives all day long.
It was the 20s.
So there's no.
She was probably smoking at the age of 6.
Cigarettes and a pocket knife were all a young gal needed in those days.
Oh God. Yes. But number 2, Harvard University was founded before calculus was invented.
And that's just furthermore proof that we don't need it.
Yeah, Harvard was established in 1936.
Actually, I disagree with that statement. I'm sorry. Calculus we need.
Yeah.
We need that. For all those unattractive scientists out there.
To keep them preoccupied. So they will leave us.
You can do it so I don't have to. I can be the schlub sitting here on the other side of this.
Schlub.
I'm a schlub, yeah.
That's a great word.
I love that word. It's awesome.
So the invention of calculus would come in the late 17th century. So 1636 is when Harvard was established. And this is the year that the Harvard was
I've
made.
done it. I've made a Harvard. Now I will plant it and grow a bigger Harvard.
One with
And that will
calculus
harvest the Harvard.
and co-eds. With beer bongs and drugs. Surely this is all good substance for a higher education.
There will be a fencing class and tennis.
But 1 hour nap time is mandatory at 5:00 p.m. sharp.
After tea.
After
Tea and scones. Number 3. The last time the Chicago Cubs won a World Series, the Ottoman Empire still exists. And that's not a joke. That is true.
Poor Cubbies.
The Chicago Cubs haven't won a World Series since 1908.
Oh my
That was
god.
Back the Ottoman Empire was founded in the 13th century, and it still existed, but it didn't end its reign until the 1922. So.
Oh. Well,
that's hilarious.
That's baseball. I don't really. That's an interesting fact, but yeah.
It's funny. Number 4, the pyramids of Giza were built in the time of woolly mammoths.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
I could buy that.
Yeah. Yeah, the last woolly mammoth is said to die out in 1700 BC in Russia.
The last woolly mammoth was found in
my backyard. Her name was...
Words.
Oh boy.
No, okay. You said the pyramid of Giza, right? Mm-hmm. So does that mean that there was a mammoth in Giza?
Mm-mm.
And if there was, would he be woolly?
He would be
Because
sweating
it would
his
be
ass
very
off.
hot there.
Yeah.
Did they use the woolly mammoth to pull the big blocks into place?
Probably not.
Or did the aliens just do it by hand because they have long fingers and could pick it up?
Elephants covered in fur. Now, ancient astronaut theorists believe.
Did they ride the woolly mammoths because it tickled their gonads?
Ancient aliens.
Tune in later for an exclusive episode of
Did
Ancient Aliens.
Did the aliens strap the woolly mammoths to their feet and walk? Because they're giants. See, giant aliens with long fingers.
Number 5. The fax machine was invented as the same year the Oregon Trail. And the migration of the Oregon Trail.
Did anybody else play Oregon Trail
That's
in
awesome
school?
because
Yeah.
I loved Oregon Trail, but that's awesome
That's
because
neither here nor there.
because there's nothing they were thinking about more when they're
Shoot a buffalo.
than faxing. I mean, it's like
We got to go across this plains and everything, and some of us might die, and we'll have 3 generations of family.
how does that work? How does a fax machine work when they were still using
I don't know. Let's see. The
telegraph
first
and Morse
fax
code.
machine was invented in 1843 by a Scottish mechanic. The early model used a combination of synchronized pendulums, electric probes, and electrochemically sensitive paper to scan documents, and then send the information over a series of wires.
a series of wires, not just one. Multiple.
Series. And the migration through the Oregon Trail happened the same year.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, 1843.
Really weird.
Yeah.
Whenever I eat Taco Bell, I can feel something moving down my Oregon Trail. It's absolutely terrible. That's why nobody should eat at that fucking heresy of a restaurant.
Through a series of wires.
Through a series of wires. Oh, that's the worst part.
Well, that's awesome though. I mean, he did come up with something way before its time, which is genius. But he was before his time. However, it's no longer adequate. I mean, it's no longer a thing. Who gives a shit about faxes anymore?
Yeah.
Nobody uses faxes. It's all email.
Well, I don't know. I had to fax something last week. So.
Ooh.
Why?
It's for a job.
Oh.
Yeah.
They didn't take emails? Was it in town?
Yes.
That explains a lot then. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Because people
There's
people
people
use checks at the grocery store.
Yeah, they're still using dial-up in some places, so...
Yeah. It's like the 80s out here.
You can't be on the phone while I'm on the computer. Get off. I am expecting a very important phone call.
The 80s were so 2008.
Jeez. Number 6. The jewelry store Tiffany & Company was founded before Italy was a country.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah. In 1861, the General Giuseppe Garibaldi led a successful campaign to gather the various city-states and bring them under one nation, which would be Italy. Charles Louis Tiffany and John B. Young founded Tiffany & Young in 1837, and then became Tiffany & Company in 1853. So,
interesting.
and Macy's was founded in 1858, before Italy was a country.
That's interesting.
So Macy's has been around for a while. Holy cow. Number 7. France was still using the guillotine when Star Wars came out.
That's awesome. I hate
the French.
I don't have anything against
we
French
love
people.
everyone here.
I don't have a
Jive
problem with
Turkeys.
French people. I have a problem with the French language. And I'm sorry to you guys, but to me it sounds like a whore's vagina.
The best things to come out of France were oral sex and the French fry. I'm sorry.
I
don't think French fries actually came out of France. I think it was something that we came up with and just called it a French cut because it's a French cut.
Well, then they don't even get half the merit I gave them credit for. Jason just cut down your goals in life, French people.
But you know, it just sounds. To me, it sounds, just seedy. Just the French language just sounds like like you want to put a tampon in it and just tell it to shut up. It's got a weird twisty handlebar mustache and it's smoking a cigarette with fishnet stockings. I can see this vagina walking around going, fuck you, shut up. Put some panties on. We don't want to see that.
Oh, God.
That's great.
Wow. That was very vivid. Yeah. The last time the guillotine was used as a form of execution in France was in 1977, and the first Star Wars movie came out in 1977, a few months before the execution.
The year before I was born.
And,
they had to quit using it because they knew I was coming.
They're like, dear Lord.
They were like, he's going to be inconsequential, so never mind.
The birth of the odd one is upon us. And number 8, 2 of President John Tyler's grandsons are still alive. John Tyler, of course, being America's 10th president.
Okay. His grandsons?
His grandsons are still
What are
alive.
they, what are they?
100?
They're in their 80s. That's it.
I've got a great aunt older than them. What's up, bitches? Think you're special.
I don't know if that means anything at all.
It doesn't really.
What did your great aunt ever do for American history?
I mean,
What does his grandsons ever do for anything? My grandpa was president.
I mean,
My favorite food is turkey.
tapioca pudding. That's all they can feed me. I no longer have my own teeth.
We love American history in our
I
house.
have a young lady come by and chew my food for me. She spits in my mouth like I'm a small bird. I peek down her blouse when she does.
Oh my god.
I don't have any feeling in my crotch. I might as well kill myself.
I think I would have resorted
But my
that
arms
long
don't
ago.
work, so I can't.
My family doesn't visit me anymore. Ever since I called my granddaughter a harlot.
After I tried to kill myself in the tub, they make me do sponge baths now. Which only amplifies my self-loathing. Because I cannot get an erection. That's it.
This is just getting sadder and sadder and
I'm
sadder.
picturing this poor old man in a tub, like in a wash tub somewhere, with a sponge just like sitting there.
just sad.
Just sad. It's kind of, there's no light in the room, but
Just
coming from one window, So it's kind of like an amber glow.
He's slowly chewing his gums, you know, just because he has nothing else.
He eventually will eat his own jaw.
I'm deaf, so I can't hear when people come in the room and make fun of me.
When I speak,
that's just fine. So it is time for True Headlines.
True headlines.
True. So, everybody needs to be careful out on the streets because apparently the Swiss cheese pervert is back.
Uh-oh.
What the hell? Who was the Swiss cheese pervert? And
this guy, he
where did he go?
He was hiding out with the mozzarella cheese pervert.
Let's see. I think he hid in his Gouda factory for a few years. He laid a little low. No, apparently there's a 42-year-old man going around and accosting women to pleasure him with a slice of Swiss cheese. Yeah, that's as weird as it sounds.
What if he just took it to the next level? He's like, all right, I want to bust a nut on this slice of cheese, and then I want you to eat it.
Well, see, okay, when you first brought that up, all I
has to be fresh roast beef from an Italian deli.
Has to be fresh.
Was that out of shape guy from Observe and Report, the Flasher, with just a block of Swiss cheese on his dick? Like he's just got a hard on, he's wedged it on there, and he's just running around with his block of Swiss cheese on his dick, just waka waka waka, you know, just letting it flop around. That's what I pictured. So I'm apparently way off. You know,
no.
Pick a hole, stick your tongue in, and see if you get the prize or whatever.
Well, this is in Pennsylvania.
What the fuck?
Did I make it worse? I'm trying to.
That's hilarious. I picture a jogger running down the road like that, just like a huge block of cheese dangling from his genitals.
Just bouncing up from each thigh.
Right. Oh, God.
It's kind of like that
like
scene
a Swedish chef.
Except with a block of cheese.
Because it's Swiss cheese. Get it?
Yeah, I got it. But yeah, it's happened in Pennsylvania, of all places.
Ah. That makes a lot more sense, I guess.
That totally justifies everything.
See, now if you were gonna be a pervert and a flasher and go by and accost women, you know, do it to the Amish. Why not? Who are they gonna call? The Amish Mafia? That doesn't exist.
Ghostbusters.
I mean, seriously.
I was out in the barn churning some butter with Ezekiel, and then all of a sudden the man came in and he said, "Will you stroke my willy with a slice of Parmesan?" And I said, "Oh Lord, need to go inside."
God, nobody's gonna
pray.
Them.
Exactly, because they're Amish. What are they gonna do? It's gonna take them fucking hours to get into town from their little horse cart.
They gotta hook up the horse cart. By the time they get into town and talk to the sheriff, you're long gone.
Yep.
Or if you're a man, you wait for the sheriff to come back and ask him too.
No.
What's up, sheriff? Touch my dick.
Okay, but don't tell nobody.
Let's see.
It's against the law, you heard.
Yeah, he would show his penis to people and ask to request them to stroke him with Swiss cheese. But he turned himself in after the latest accusations. Yeah, he started it. His crime spree began in January of this year, and he just turned himself in not too long ago.
Got the best of him.
But he got out free after posting 10% of his $90,000 imposed bail.
Whoa! He had cash on him. He was exposing his genitals, but still had room for $9,000.
He was just a really good-looking guy.
He carried it in his cheddar wallet.
He had a fanny pack. That just makes it grosser.
Cool.
That just makes it grosser to think that there's a strap, a nylon strap across your waist with your dick underneath, just going. Waka, waka, waka. Just seems uncomfortable.
I'm pretty sure people in Australia probably still wear fanny packs.
Probably, but
I
I'm not
doubt
going to
it.
argue with them.
I don't think they ever wore fanny packs. This is Australia. They're like, fuck that.
That's what we got pockets for.
They wanted to be like the Wallabies, mate.
What was the one? Because the Foster's commercials. They had one where a guy took
the beer.
Huge. Yeah, they used to do Australian for beer kind of stuff, and he took a huge wrench and all this stuff, and he threw it in a bag and threw it over his shoulder. He just walks off into the fucking desert or whatever. Just goes, man purse. Fuck yeah. That's what's up. You know, they're going to wear a fanny pack. And if they did, it'd be a fucking woman, you know, just strapped to their ass. Or whatever. I don't know. I'm not saying.
It's funny.
I apologize.
Strap a woman to your ass, mate.
Here's your second headline. Teen explains why he had sex with a Hot Pocket.
I don't really know if I want to hear his explanation. He just wanted to give it that extra creamy filling.
His explanation was nothing special. It was just like any stoner would ever say. I just thought it was so fucking funny.
That was it.
That's it.
What kind of Hot Pocket did he fuck?
Let's see.
Was it a ham and cheese?
Yep, you got it. Holy shit.
Jason, I'm looking at you now.
There's something seductive about that. I mean, it's there with you when you're a kid. You're introduced to ham and cheese long before any other flavors. I mean, when you're a little kid, you get cheese and then it's ham and cheese. You're introduced real early to that. Not Philly steak, not pepperoni pizza, ham and cheese.
Oh yeah.
So that's always going to have a soft spot in everybody's heart. And their dick.
But yeah. Apparently he did it to gain Twitter followers.
Oh well, then he's a
douche.
fag.
And I'm gonna go ahead and put this out now.
That's not to say anything towards homosexuals. I'm using the word fag as a derogatory statement in generalization.
Dumbass, basically.
Yeah.
So
they're extremely offended.
Gays know that, so they're
and
I would be happy if a lot of gays listened to this show.
That would be
cool.
It'd
be funny.
I think it'd be fabulous.
Once again,
we're just gonna bring a couple of extra colored streamers to the show.
Here at Jive Turkeys, no one is discriminated against. You're just a listener, and that's all we want you for.
Unless you're Sasquatch. If you're Sasquatch, the rules are
If you're
different.
Sasquatch or Rick Dyer, we don't want any of your shit.
No.
Oh, I don't mind a Sasquatch. Sasquatch can listen.
They can listen.
I don't want Rick Dyer's Sasquatch.
I don't
want Hank running around here.
Hank Dyer.
I don't want Hank Dyer here. Damn it.
How great would it be to see a Bigfoot that's face kind of resembled Hank Hill?
That'd be funny.
It even had the glasses. Whoa. Whoa.
If they do actually come up with a Bigfoot, can they use that technology to learn how to make dogs talk on Bigfoot so we can communicate? Scared.
Why the hell did these guys put this goddamn machine in my brain? Where is his voice coming from? Why can I hear my thoughts in a foreign language?
We've been observing Bigfoot now for 4 days, and all the words he says are scared and horny.
And he keeps hitting his head against the wall.
The teen, he goes on to say, I tried doing it without a condom, and it was just like way too hot. I put it in the fridge for a little bit, and I was like, dude, I'm going to have to use a condom if I'm going to actually stick my dick in the whole Hot Pocket.
Fuck.
This guy is it's at Versace Pockets on Twitter. So if you are a true Jive Turkeys fan and you are following this moron, stop, please.
Don't egg that shit on. That's stupid.
Don't further this heinous man. God, what an idiot.
You know what? I
See,
hope
if he ate it after he was done, then I'd probably think he was pretty cool. But the fact he just did it the way he did makes him lame.
That becomes more of like a jackass stuff.
I hope it was one of the Hot Pockets that had tainted meat in it. I hope it was tainted meat, and his dick's gonna fall off for it. I hope it got gangrene and it's gonna rot off.
That would be terrible.
I heard a rumor that Hot Pockets were going out of business. I blame this fucker. This is why. This kind of publicity is not good for Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets will not go out of business. They're legalizing weed all over the country. They're not gonna They're not gonna.
We still have Funyuns.
Ooh. The Funyuns do not. Funyuns only. Okay, that's like Funyuns. You can eat Funyuns while the Hot Pocket's cooking. That's the munchie between the munchie. You know what I'm saying?
No, because this guy will be seeing how many fucking Funyuns he can put on his dick before.
I've done that. That's beside the.
15.
Good for you.
No, that's what you were saying.
No, that's way too high.
It's only fun if you get a friend to toss the Funyuns like a game of horseshoes.
Like a perverted play game of horseshoes.
I don't know if I'm thin enough for that, but I'm like, I'm short. I'm like one of the mini cans, the mini drink cans you get now.
That they put
I'm like 2 inches wide. Anyway.
And of course, our last headline. This one just made me like for a second I was in awe. Not in really awe is like a good thing, but more just like holy shit! I forgot there's people out here like this. Brother and sister kiss in jail after arrest for meth at Walmart.
What the fuck? I can believe it. Did that happen here?
They kiss.
Yep, but guess where? You got 2 guesses.
Is it somewhere close to here?
Kentucky.
No, it's southern. Nope. One more.
Georgia.
Nope. Texas.
Damn.
No. Dude, now the brother and sisters, do they kiss as in, hey, or was it like French kiss?
I love you.
On the mouth kissing.
I love you.
Okay, so that incest porn stuff. I got you.
Let's see.
Cool.
They're accused of prohibited sexual contact whenever they began kissing on the lips while behind bars, says the Montgomery County police reporter in Texas. The lady was detained by officers at Walmart because they accused her of shoplifting. And when her brother came to pick her up, they searched his car and found a crystal substance that tested positive for methamphetamine. And then he admitted that her and him were smoking a couple of weeks ago.
Why did they search his car?
I have no idea. Probably
there's got to be probable cause. He must have come in. He must have come like sliding in sideways and like a glove and got out. I was like, I'm here to get my sister.
Yeah.
What's up?
Who said my sister be stealing shit?
You can't shoot me. You can't shoot me again.
You can shoot me, but I won't feel it. I won't learn my lesson till tomorrow. I wake up in the hospital.
I don't feel shit.
Yeah, the 2 were taken into custody, and then they noticed that the siblings were in adjacent cells, and they were kissing each other on the lips between the bars.
Oh, I love you.
But when they were questioned, they found out that they were only half siblings with the same biological mother, but they were involved in a sexual relationship since the last November.
What the fuck?
When he got out of prison the last time. So.
Fuck.
The 2 were charged with the possession of a controlled substance and prohibited sexual conduct, and the woman received an additional citation for shoplifting under $50.
Well, see, I saw there was on one of those daytime. It was either Maury or Jerry Springer. They had a couple on there that were brother and sister, and they were legit brother and sister, and they were in a sexual relationship, and they were defending it.
How did they defend?
They were just defending. It's like, well, we love each other. Nobody would love us better than we, know each other.
No one knows what he likes more than his sister.
And everybody, of course, is boo. It's probably bullshit just to get on television or whatever. But she was talking about wanting to have his baby and all that kind of shit.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
that poor child.
You'd be shocked how much of that shit goes on around here. People just don't talk about it.
Well, I'm sure it happens a lot more.
Go to Walmart and you'll spot some of these people.
But after midnight, go to Walmart and they come out of the woodworks.
Well, no, I mean, it does happen. A lot of it's more cousins.
Yeah.
But you do have brothers and sisters that do it just to do it. I mean, they get curious. Well, they get curious, when they're younger and they fool around. And it becomes a thing.
I don't know.
I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying.
Maybe if they were...
No, you were the oldest, though. There's a difference.
The older ones are always kind of blamed with a little bit of responsibility. And maybe it's not so bad if they only did it once, like when they were really, really young. But to make it a continuating or like a continuous thing or some kind of relationship is a little bit unhealthy in my eyes. Or a very unhealthy.
Maybe they feel the royalty.
I don't want to live amongst society's
There's just too many people to fuck in this world. I mean, why does it gotta be your sister, or your cousin?
Because that kills the game. That's as lazy as it gets.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to go looking for poon. It's right here.
Oh, no.
Just come here.
I don't have to worry about her running off in the middle of the night or getting out the fence.
Come here. Hey, do me a favor. Pick up that cigarette.
All right.
Go get the Tangeray. We're gonna have fun tonight.
I don't think those kind of people can afford
Go get the Weston oil.
No, it's tequila. They're drinking tequila.
Some really watered down tequila.
Go get some Netty Light Weston oil and a twister board. We're gonna have fun tonight.
There you go. That sounds
about like
Actually, that sounds like fun.
I love you guys, but I'm not going to do. I'm not going to get drunk and play Twister.
No, not with you guys.
You said it sounded fun. And I'm like,
no. Getting drunk, putting Weston on, playing Twister with girls.
I would get drunk and watch that from a good safe distance, like across the block with a pair of binoculars.
Oh, so you're a peeping Tom now?
No, I never said I was beating off to it. I just want to get drunk and have a good laugh.
Well, that's what...
I don't want to be in the midst of that to have a good laugh, because they're going to want me to join.
Let me ask you this. If that's your thing, if you're not actually getting off on it, and you were peeking in somebody's window, would you still be charged with being a peeping Tom?
Probably.
I'm sure you would.
I'm sure you would.
But what, you know...
Well, I mean, it's...
I'm just joking. I want to clarify that.
Peeping Tom.
Exactly. I mean, but if you're not... If it's not of a sexual nature... Like if you're peeking...
He's charged with being a peeping Tom, but not of a sexual nature. It's in the citation,
what if your neighbors are watching a new movie that you haven't seen yet? So you're sitting in the window watching the movie through their fucking window.
I caught a kid doing that one fucking time. It pissed me off so bad. Like, when I was a lot younger, there was this kid who lived down the road from me, and I was watching something in my room, and it was some kind of movie or TV show, and I just so happened to look out the window, and he was just standing there staring in my window, and I got really pissed off. He's like, man, I was going to knock on the door, and I saw this movie, and just started...
What were you watching, though?
I can't even remember. Like, it was...
Why would you get pissed off, though?
Because it just kind of creeped me out. I was like...
Dude staring at your window.
Yeah.
What the hell?
The fuck?
I could have been touching myself.
Exactly.
You know,
okay.
But, you know, I mean...
Fuck it.
But, I mean, if they're, you know, if you're sitting there on the couch, you know, you're just chilling, and then somebody's watching a movie, and, yeah, I'm peeking and see what you're watching, just... You know, would you get charged with...
It depends. Are you on their property?
Well, yeah. But what if it's a rental? What if you rent from the same place?
Like in an apartment building?
Yeah. What if it's an apartment building? You have an apartment in the same complex, but you walk over there and you happen to see they're watching a movie. So you start watching the movie. They don't know you're watching the movie until all of a sudden something happens. There's an explosion. You go, damn! And they go, what the fuck? And you're like, oh, my bad. And then they call the cops.
Just scream, damn at us.
And they're like, there's some dude peeping in the window watching my movie. And the cops are like, what?
I was just trying to enjoy Transformers 3, officer. I was trying to let them know it was not a good idea. Shia LaBeouf is not a great actor.
I was really trying to enjoy it. I was failing, but I was really trying to enjoy Transformers 3. It just wasn't happening. But this dude was peeking in a damn window. Was he watching you? He was watching a damn movie. Well, go whoop his ass. What the fuck are you calling me for? I think good cops should do that from time to time. What are you calling me for? Go whoop his fucking ass. Be done with it.
That would be great. We need more cops like that.
No,
I don't think they make cops like that.
They're all fucking robots now.
Yeah, they're all like, oh, we can get some money out of ruining somebody else's life.
Yep. So they pull you over for speeding and you go to jail for crystal meth because they planted evidence.
Right.
Like, what's this little baggie right here? I just want you to put that out of your pocket.
Or
your word against mine.
It could even be something like, hey, buddy, I realized you had a tail light out. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. You smoking that reefer? Come with me, son.
They just walk up to the window. I saw your tail light. No, sir. You cannot suck my dick. That is not. I will not let you go for sexual favor. What is the matter with you? You are coming to jail with me. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? I didn't even open my mouth.
That's what he wants you to do.
What? What the fuck's wrong with you? Son of a bitch. All I wanted was a Pepsi.
Just one Pepsi. She wouldn't give it to me. Just one Pepsi. Suicidal tendencies is awesome.
So,
it's cool. I think that about wraps it up for this week. Do you think?
Awesome.
You guys want to talk about anything else?
Let me share one small story. I don't know if I can remember it all, but I can remember about the gist of it. Axl Rose actually did something nice.
What?
Yeah, and hell didn't freeze over. Axl Rose did something nice.
Hell might have frozen over. We don't know. But
yeah.
Apparently, I could have a few details in this story wrong. Apparently, he went on vacation somewhere like Denmark or Copenhagen, and wait a minute, isn't that a city within a?
Yeah, Copenhagen is in
Denmark. Okay. Anyway, he went to Copenhagen, Denmark, and there was a guy who said,
"You're lying.
I really hate GNR," and he looked a lot like me. No, he seriously went to this place. He went to a zoo, and he witnessed these guys chop up a baby giraffe. The baby giraffe was still alive. They chopped him up into little pieces, and they fed him to lions as entertainment for the people. And he thought this was extremely cruel, so like he's trying to raise awareness about it and protest this zoo and all this other stuff. And I think that's really noble, but the question I can't seem to answer is, why didn't they just chop up Axl Rose and feed him to the lions instead?
Because they don't know who he is.
What they should, if they did that, they could have taken his income and started the home for wayward giraffes.
Like, who is this Irish
Marius would still be alive. Oh, I forgot that. That's very important. The name of the little giraffe was Marius.
Marius?
I love you, Marius. But I hate
We should make t-shirts with Justice for Marius.
Yeah, Justice for Marius. Or, what should we call it? Like the Marius incident, and just have like a giraffe in front of like a pile of spaghetti.
Instead of the spaghetti, it's trails.
Or better yet, it's like a pile of spaghetti with like a giraffe head poking out of the top. The Marius incident.
Oh, God.
You know where you are? You in the Copenhagen Zoo, baby! You're gonna die! And then Slash comes in
what
with
was
a
that sound
guitar
of a dying giraffe?
Wah. Wah. Is that the sound?
Wasn't that the sound? Wasn't that the sound?
Wah.
Wasn't that the sound or something like that?
I don't remember.
From South Park, Bigger, Longer, Uncut? The sound of a giant giraffe there?
Wah. Oh, yeah, the...
Yeah. Or whatever. Wow, I lost you on that one. I'm sorry.
I could... What?
You are too young to not have this memory problem.
It was such a small part.
That was one of the greatest things ever, in my opinion.
What?
Ever.
Okay.
The weird sound of a dying giraffe, and just the guard that knew what that... He's like, that sounds like a dying giraffe. And he waddles off. That's awesome. That's fucking funny to me.
It's pretty hilarious.
It's pretty Marius.
Pretty
Or Marius, I'm sorry. It was Marius,
cool.
Whatever. I can just imagine them cutting it up going, welcome to the jungle!
Now here's the thing, did they normally do that? Or they were like, dude, Axl Rose is in the crowd today, we should do something completely fucked up to surprise him.
Now hold on, was there something wrong with this giraffe?
No, see, this was the thing, like, I think the other giraffes were procreating too much, if I understand this right.
Okay,
and this was just
excess amount of giraffes.
Yeah, and they just had like one extra little giraffe that they probably could have given away or something. Like there was nothing wrong with them.
There's a lot. Well, that's a lot of neck.
If there's
where we're from, there's a problem with too much neck. They're usually red, but there's a lot of neck around there.
Yeah.
If there's an
for those necks like chewing tobacco and monster trucks.
If there's an overabundance of giraffes, then why did they name the babies that they were going to feed to the lions?
They probably...
Or was it initially
they probably name them at birth. Like,
was it initially not the idea that they were going to feed them to the lions? Or they're like, well, shit, we can't afford the meat bill for the lions, but we do have extra giraffes. So
we only got 9 people that came in today, and one of them's this weird red-headed dude.
He's wearing a raincoat. He looks slightly heavy.
He looks really ill-proportioned.
He's got this weird dreads for a white guy.
Is that Macaulay Culkin?
Macaulay Culkin, he switched to pot and gained like 20 pounds or 80 pounds.
He eats clam chowder so we can sing real high like this.
Where do you guys want to sign off this week?
We're signing off from Hilliard.
Oh, God.
We got a phone call today from somebody in Hilliard. So, we're signing off from Hilliard, Florida, where we're dumbasses and we call and make prank phone calls to places because we're stupid and have nothing better to do except maybe have sex with our sisters.
Damn.